Hey guys, welcome back to my Pillow Talk. I'm here with Lexi, and we're here to have a real conversation about the real life things that we as women of God go through. In case you're new to the purpose of my Pillow Talks, I love to bring women together to have conversations about real stuff, real tea, real life, things that we as women go through as we're walking this whole faith thing out. So I decided to invite Lexi to my channel and have a conversation with her about her story and her journey. And I'm going to give the floor to her so she can share her testimony, and then we're going to dive deeper into conversation, okay?
Okay. Hey guys, so my name is Lexi and I just graduated from Texas Tech University. Well, actually not just, it's almost been a year.
Girl, it really has almost been a year.
Yeah.
We graduated the same class, so same time. Dang, it's really almost
No,
been a year.
it's almost been a year. Anyways, I work for Radio 1, an Urban One company, which is one of the it is the largest black-owned media conglomerate. Look us up. But I absolutely love what I do and where I work, and that job is a blessing in itself. But that is a story for another day. So I guess, kind of getting me to this point, I would say that it took a lot of self-discovery and finding myself in who I was. So like my senior year of college, I kind of lost my support system or like my foundation.
Your senior year of college?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Girl, because I don't know why I just assumed high school when you said senior year, but you said senior year of college.
Yeah.
That was last year.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
So
share your story.
Most of my friends that I was like super close with that like helped keep me grounded had either graduated or transferred. So I was kind of, my last semester I was kind of trying to figure it out on my own. It was like senior year, you want to have fun, and it's like how much is too much fun, and what am I going to do and what am I not going to do, and it was just coming to terms with who I wanted to be, or like who I wanted to be, and who I was, or what I was doing, or I don't know, trying to find a balance and a healthy balance. But I also know I learned a lot, like setting boundaries for myself and in every aspect, how I will let people treat me, what I will tolerate, what I won't tolerate, lowering standard, not lower, like having a set of standards and sticking
Creating
to
those standards.
Yeah, not settling for less.
Yeah. How do you stick to those standards? Because it's so easy to, and I'm not trying to interrupt you.
No,
sorry.
you're good.
But because I feel like we as women, we're always trying to like set a standard for ourselves, and yet we fail to actually keep those standards in place.
I think it's easy for us to set standards based on how people may look, but that stuff goes away. Like looks will be gone within a day, 2 days, 2 years, a couple months. Like looks fade and change continuously, but like character and foundation, like what people have instilled in them and like how they act as a person is what is going to last in the long run. So basing stuff off of that instead of like temporary things, or what is the word? What's the word? We make exceptions. But I feel like there's a better word to say that.
It's okay.
We make exceptions to our standards. Like we'll be
for certain people.
Yes, for certain people. Like we know we want this, but they close enough. You know? Like we want someone that has a relationship with Christ.
Yeah.
But they pray.
And that's not enough. That ain't enough, honey.
Like, what is that going to do for anyone? And if you're with someone that is not trying to grow in their relationship with Christ, then you're going to become stagnant too. And so that is something that I learned, like, if they are not, like, the people that you talk to and the people that you entertain or choose to entertain or involve yourself with have to be on the same page with you. You have to be equally yoked.
So, as far as the standards part of the question, so you remind yourself of the character of the person and not.
I think for me, character has always been a big thing. But I will say, looking back, boy, it is crazy how much a year by yourself will do. Like,
Sis, child, bro, if a man is watching this.
A year alone, just you and Christ, no distractions. So much growth, so much self-reflection.
Wow.
It allows you to see why you acted certain ways, why you let certain people in, why you did certain things that you did, and you're just like, ooh, was I really a mess?
Yeah,
Like, I was kind of a hot mess.
That's good. So, like, when you talk about a year by yourself, you talk about after graduating from college, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, what do you feel like brought you to that place of realization and coming to that place of sitting with yourself and, like, realizing, like, oh, yeah, I was messed up. Yeah, I'm crazy.
Yeah, okay. So, senior year, I went from being a girl that never went out, like, very rarely, never drank, very rarely, like, maybe every blue moon or so, to always going out. Like, I wasn't missing a party.
Yeah.
And never dancing to always dancing. I don't dance. Maybe I do. And from never drinking to always wanting to be drunk. And I found a sense of, I guess, relief in being drunk because it took me away from whatever I may have been dealing with or feelings I didn't want to handle or deal with. It kind of was just like, okay, I feel good and I'm asleep good. But once it all wears off, it's like, you still have to deal with this stuff that you're trying to avoid. And then also, I don't know, it just, I didn't like who I became. And I think for the longest I thought that I wouldn't, regardless of my core circle of people leaving, that I could still maintain those same values and beliefs that I had hanging out with different groups of people that didn't have
those
the same
core
values
values,
and
right?
beliefs.
Right.
But it wasn't long before I was doing the same thing as everyone
There's
else.
something I was told that you're more pulled down than you can pull people up. So it's best to be with people that you are equally yoked with because you guys are running the same
in
race.
every aspect.
Relationship, every aspect.
That's friendships, romantic relationship. Like, it's all the way around.
Right.
Because you are, as cliche as it may sound, you are who you hang around.
Absolutely.
That's just how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah. So, and this is if you feel comfortable sharing. Do you mind letting us know, like, what may have been that thing that caused you to, like, you were trying to avoid a problem or avoid an issue that you were possibly dealing with?
Entertaining people that you shouldn't. But my thing is,
girl, you can stop right there.
You don't realize it until
after
the fact,
after the heartbreak,
after it's too late,
after the pain,
and you're just like,
oh child,
how did I miss every red flag? And why am I here now?
Right.
Like, it's just, when you reevaluate and you look back, you're like, well, they did that, and they did that, and that was, why did you even put up with that? Like, it's just the little things that you look over because you're just so infatuated with the person, and you're just like,
I just want to be with you.
Yeah, like, we can make it work.
And what makes you think that?
And then you're like, Jesus, can you bless my mess?
Oh, great child. No, and we do that a lot as women. Like, what is it about us? Because a lot of people can say it's insecurity. It could be that you didn't get the love you wanted when you grew up. But it seems like a lot of women deal with the same kind of problem with overlooking red flags. And God just blessed this mess. So what is it like? Why do you think we as women are more prone to doing stuff like that with potential guys that we want to be with?
I think it might be a sense of not knowing who you truly are. Like, I think a lot of us say, I know my worth. Because, I was...
Girl, we were screaming at the rooftops about, I know my worth.
Like, I know. I settle for... Bro.
But
and then you look back and you're like, did you really know your worth?
Right.
Because if you really did, you wouldn't have put up with what you put up with. You wouldn't have entertained people that you entertained, and you wouldn't have settled for less than you deserved.
And that's that on that. Okay.
But I mean, it just takes time alone, and it takes that time for you to literally sit and evaluate and just really think about why you let things happen the way they did, and how, if that problem or something like that were to come up again in the future, how you could, what's the word?
How to better handle it.
Yes, and how to not get yourself in those same situations. Learning from your mistakes and moving forward and actually becoming a better you all the way around. Like, I'm so very grateful that I'm not the same person that I was at the end of senior year. That I'm not the same person that I was this past summer. Like, I've done a whole 180, 360, and I'm so forever grateful because now I really know my self-worth. Wow. I know who I am because I know that I'm rooted in Christ, and I have a stronger relationship with Him. And it's not just, let me read my devotional today, and maybe I'll read it tomorrow. Yeah. It's like, no, I'm going to read my devotional every day. I'm going to go to church, and I'm going to serve in church. Like, I'm going to just give Him my whole life, and then everything that is supposed to be mine and that needs to be mine will come to me.
Right.
And
I love
His
that.
Son.
I love that. And I feel like I actually went through, and I'm kind of still going through that similar season where, all through college, I was acting a fool. I'm go ahead and be real. But I knew God, I had a relationship with God.
Same.
But I was entertaining relationships and people that I knew deep down in my spirit I wasn't supposed to be entertaining. And it all stems from a lack of self-esteem, a lack of self-worth. Because if I knew who I was,
hurt can cause that too.
Absolutely. Because if I knew who I was, right.
Hurt from one person, sorry.
No, you're okay.
Hurt from one person can cause you to just...
Hurt people.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, like, I used to be the one that was like, oh yeah, I know my self-worth. I know who I am. I know myself. But yet I still found myself in these compromising situations where, I want to be with you, but you don't hit me up every day like you say you will. You are nonchalant. You're inconsistent. You don't even know God.
You pray sometimes.
Girl. And it's like, I'm not trying to judge nobody, or I'm not trying to say that I'm better than you.
Because everybody falls short.
Right.
But we also know that if we're in different spiritual walks, then if that person is truly supposed to be with you, then they will grow in their walk with Christ. And once you have both grown in your walks the way that you need to be, then you will be brought together. But if not, then that person is going to be wherever they are, and you're going to be wherever you are.
Right, absolutely.
But if they're not there, then you just go.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to
pull
somebody down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Someone's not going to grow.
Right. And it's just like, back to being equally yoked. You got to be equally yoked to whoever you yoke yourself with, because I found myself in relationships where I feel like I was doing a lot of the work. Like, hey, let's go to church together. Hey, did you pray this morning? Hey, did you open your Bible this morning?
You're the one sending the Bible.
Yeah, and I feel like one. Right. And I'm just like, child, like, this can't be it forever. Like, I'm talking about marrying you, and you can't even open your Bible and pray. Like, so, and it's easy to blame that person. Be like, bro, like, you just ain't Christian enough. Like, you got to be like this. You got to do it like this. But I have to now turn the finger back at me and ask myself, why are you tolerating that? Why are you accepting that? If you know that's not the type of relationship you want to entertain and be in, why are you still in it?
Yeah. Why don't you remove yourself from the situation altogether?
Absolutely. So, dealing with, heartbreak, it seems like that's what kind of was also that catapult for you to get into a place of drinking and living this lifestyle. Girl, no, we all been there, okay? We've all been there.
When you are hurt, and this is something that I realized too, I turn to things and substance instead of Christ. And then I'm like, Jesus, why didn't I come to you?
Right. Right.
I mean, I'm sure I prayed a couple times, but drinking just made it feel better.
Like an instant thing.
Yeah,
I completely relate. So this relationship that I was in that ended in cheating, instead of me going to God, I went to weed and just relied on it every day. And I knew it wasn't something I was supposed to be doing. I knew that I needed to be seeking God in this time, but the pain was so deep. The pain was so much that I needed to find some kind of escape. And in a sense, I was kind of mad at God. I was very upset because I thought that guy was my forever. I thought that was the guy I was going to end up marrying and having a family with. But looking back now, I never really had a vision. I could not see myself being married to this person.
That was me with the... No, because when I look at it, I'm just like... The person that I talked to...
Child.
My senior year.
Of college, right?
Yeah. My senior year of college. No way. I mean, looking back at it now, I'm just like... I really liked them.
Yeah.
I really did. And they were a great person. But when I look back like that, I was not for them.
Yeah.
And they were not for me.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, I'll never know if I mean, we're girls, so everyone thinks about marriage at least once whenever you're dealing with someone and you're like, can I see myself marrying them? And I think it was always a, maybe. But it wasn't just like a, yeah, you know? So, and I think if it's like a,
that ain't it.
then you might have to do some reevaluating. Because what is it that's making you go,
No, that's real talk, because that's exactly how I was feeling with a lot of the relationships that I was entertaining, where I was like, I love you, I want to be with you, and then I think about the future, and I'm just like, scared. You shouldn't feel scared if this is someone that you want to be with. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't even envision a future with this person. I like the idea of us being married, but I couldn't even see it just because of the type of person he was and the type of woman I was at that time.
Yeah.
It wasn't going to last. It barely made it through. It did make it, It ended in cheating. So I felt like that was a really big wake-up call for me. But instead of going to God the way I should have, I went to substances. And did I say that word right? Substances.
It's late, y'all.
Okay, we know what we're trying to say. It was just what? It didn't serve any kind of purpose for me.
Yeah.
In regards to my growth in God. So now, you sharing that part of your story just made me realize, how important it is to heed to the Spirit when God is, or seek God before you even try to make things happen your way.
No, literally, and that's another thing with anything, because I'm just I want my will to match His will for my life. I just want it to, and I want His will to align with my passion and my purpose. And in that too, I'm whenever I want to do something or I want to go somewhere, I'm Lord, if it's your will, then you'll make a way for it to happen. And if it don't happen, then it wasn't
for
meant
you
to be.
And He protected you from whatever that could have caused.
When you're on this spiritual journey, you don't want people thinking, oh, she's holier than thou.
Yeah, she's too good for us.
Because that's not the case at all. I'm still human. I still make mistakes, and we all fall short of the glory. But in order for me to get the blessings that I feel it would come.
Yes.
And that I knew it would come in the future, I had to be obedient with the little things so that I could have more. And had I not been obedient then, I probably wouldn't have the job that I have now.
Yes, child. I'm sorry, you preaching a sermon because being obedient. And that's something that I'm now learning, you know. Like I said, these past 4.5 months have really been just a me and God thing. Like, I'm so serious now about my relationship with God. Nothing.
I was so serious this summer that when I told one of my really, really good family friends, he was like, I don't believe you, but I'll support you. And I was like, I can show you better than I can tell you. And I can honestly say, and I'm pretty sure you could say that too, I stuck with it. Like, I didn't care how far church was. Like, I was going to find me a church that I could go to that I felt at home in. I was going to get involved and find a community that I just felt loved in. And I did that, and I am so forever grateful and thankful. And now I'm in a place to where I feel like I can help other people do the same.
That's good.
Because everybody should, like, I want everybody to live this life because it's really great.
It is.
It can be tough. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
It can be tough, but it's so worth it. And
there's so many blessings that come out of being obedient, and I think
just being faithful, man.
Yeah, I think it's right. The word faith. That's the thing, because I think a lot of us are scared to surrender and be obedient because we don't know what comes after that obedience. Because we know what comes after doing our will. Like, oh, I know I'm gonna get drunk and go to the club. Like, you know what happens after that, but you don't know what happens when you tithe your last 20. Yeah. You don't know what happens
when you put your last 20 in your tank and you're like, okay, Jesus,
how we gonna eat the rest of this week?
Yeah, you know? Or my gas tank is empty and my bank account not matching. So
right. So what we gonna do? And it's really a faith thing. So I really love that part of your story about obedience, and I feel like also for me it's just a faith thing. Like, really, this is the season that I'm just growing my faith in God and building that firm foundation.
Literally.
Because I'm at a place where it's like I can't have nothing shake my faith. I can't have nothing distract me, and that's the reason why I was always getting so distracted. Yeah. Because my foundation in God wasn't strong. Yeah. My faith in God wasn't strong. So now it's literally like me and God this year, like,
which I'm so glad for, because like I now have a foundation that like I'm like, it doesn't matter where I go. Yeah. I'm rooted in Him. Yes. And absolutely. It's gonna take a whole lot for you to try
to do something.
Uproot things. Right. Because the foundation is so solid. Yeah. But then also when you're talking about faith, that's what our pastor was saying today, that faith is our currency, and like, we can't exchange anything with God if we don't have faith. Like, you might try to give Him something else, but you'll be wondering why nothing works out and you don't get anything in return.
Wow, that's
because
so good.
Faith is what you have to give Him in order to get something. Right. But then faith is also a spiritual muscle that is only strengthened when tested. So
That's good. So how were you able to move forward from that particular relationship?
I think you have to forgive yourself, which is something I think I still deal with. Like, because now I look back on like certain situations, I'm like, Lexi, why did you do that? Like, why did you entertain certain people?
And you start like,
why did
criticizing yourself?
Yeah, you're just like extra hard on yourself, and it's like, Jesus already forgave you, okay? Yeah. You've already like asked for forgiveness and repented. Like, it's time for you to forgive you, and I think that's the hard. Like, as humans, whenever we want to like, we're always hard on ourselves because we have like certain goals and things that we want to accomplish in life. Right. But even I think with like past mistakes, we're hard on ourselves. But like, you can't go back and change the past. Yeah. You can only move forward. Right. Learn from your mistakes. Keep it pushing. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Try again. Don't get stuck. Do better.
It's so easy to get stuck in the past and stay stuck and stay there. Like,
and if you don't forgive yourself, then you get resentful and you get bitter, and all that blocks blessings, and I ain't trying to block blessings.
Okay,
This way,
we're not
okay?
trying to block no blessings.
I want all that's mine in 2019, okay?
Yes, 2019 is mine. Okay, I'm coming for you.
Forgive and let go.
Forgive and let go. That's good. That's good. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. Yay.
I hope y'all got some gems.
Alright, y'all. Well, this is the end of our pillow talk. It makes me sad whenever these things end, but there's always another time.
Yeah.
So.
And I have a channel too, so.
Oh, yes. I'm so sorry, y'all. Please forgive me, because I was supposed to introduce that in the beginning. So, Miss Lexi has her own YouTube channel. You see, and I was gonna go ahead and link all her stuff down below. She has her YouTube channel. Is it Lexi Wesley TV, right? She has her YouTube channel, and she also has a blog. So all of that I'll link below. Was there anything else that you have a platform on that we should share? I know we're gonna put her Instagram and her Twitter, so you can follow her on that.
So if you like to read on her blog, and if you don't like to read on YouTube, see how it works.
Yeah, this is the end. Thank you so much for joining.